I'm Doug Hultquist with QCR Holdings, and I'm here today in my role as the chair of the Quad City Chamber of Commerce. As you may have been following, or in many cases covering, in the media over the last several years, actually, there's a move underway led by a few courageous members of Rock Island County leadership to advance several new policies that we think will result in higher performance and accountability in Rock Island County government. We're here today to discuss not only the particulars of the proposals, but to offer community perspective on their importance and also to stress urgency. The Chamber has been interested in these conversations over the past several years, and I'd like to begin by asking Tara Barney, our Chamber CEO, to provide a brief overview of the resolutions that are up for consideration by the Rock Island County Board.
Thank you, Doug. Good morning. I'm Tara Barney. I'm the CEO of the Quad Cities Chamber. I want to take just a moment. Many of you know that the Chamber is very much the champion for business and community growth in our region. And as such, we regularly engage in advocating and supporting community initiatives to ensure that we have a strong business climate. So that's what brings us to the table here. And we routinely partner with our local governments on both sides of the river on any number of issues, challenges, opportunities that put us in a position to grow as a region. With that in mind, we're really pleased to be here and to stand with Rock Island County leaders to add the Chamber's support behind several resolutions that they have proposed that we believe will strengthen our attractiveness as a region. Optimizing the performance and the professionalism of local government is important in the world of economic development. As we look to build the image and the opportunities for the Quad Cities region, all of our entities, public and private, need to be innovative, modern age examples of excellence. And that what lets us attract and retain not only businesses but families. So simply put, the resolutions that have been proposed by county board leaders would put procedures and policies in place whereby the board could hire a professional county administrator. It would offer the opportunity to reduce the size of the county board over time and would strengthen the governance and management of the county board itself. The business community thinks these are worthy initiatives and certainly worthy of our support. I'm delighted today to ask one of our key volunteer leaders of our public affairs work to join me in sharing some information the Chamber has gathered that shows the importance of these proposals that are before us now to the families and the residents of Rock Island County. Mr. Pryce.
Good morning. My name is Pryce. I'm with the Hungry Hobo Restaurants, and I'm also chair of the newly named Business Advocacy Council. It actually is a merger of our former Government Affairs Committee and our Business Growth Council. And much like we're talking about here today, it's an attempt to streamline what we're doing from a chamber standpoint. Because one of the things that the Business Growth Council did was to head out on somewhere between 150 to 200 business connections per year with our members to find out what they needed to be able to continue to grow their business in this area. And it seemed like more times than not, the issues they brought up revolved around government. So obviously we take a great deal of interest in those issues, and this one in particular. So when we heard all this discussion about the resolutions that Tara alluded to earlier, we decided to go out and commission a quantitative scientific poll last week of 400 Rock Island County voters, and it was a very good cross-section of people that we got in touch with. 34% independents, 33% Democrats, 21% Republicans, and 12% of people who either said they were affiliated with something else or did not want to identify who they were affiliated with. But the really good result of the poll is that 83% of these people said they were extremely or very likely to vote this fall. On the resolutions themselves, the first question of reducing the size of the Rock Island County Board, 78% of the respondents were in favor of that. The second resolution of creating a way for the board to vote to remove the board chair, 79% of the people were in favor of that. The third resolution of creating penalties for board members violating written county policies, 83% of the respondents were in favor of that. And the last resolution of hiring a professional administrator, 53% of the people in support of that. And regardless of what resolution that we're talking about here, the last question that we asked them or wanted to get their thoughts on is how important was it that the county government take immediate action on these proposals? And 74% agreed with that sentiment that action needs to be taken as soon as possible on these resolutions. So what we plan on doing from a business advocacy council standpoint is we are going to reach out and contact our members of the chamber after this press conference and have them hopefully contact their county board members, letting them know how important it is to take action on these resolutions. At this time, what I'd like to do is bring up a couple members of the county board who obviously have thoughts on these issues, Drew Milkey and Gary Freeman. Thank you very much for joining us today, gentlemen.
I'm Drew Melke, Rock Island County Board, and I just wanted to share my views. I appreciate the bipartisan support that we're getting on these issues that affect our whole county and bringing this to the forefront. Resolutions take resolve, and we have resolve. We're going to take concrete actions by taking each resolution and craft the right policy or ordinance or referendum that's going to cause the resolution to follow through. Together, we're going to work with our other fellow county board members to go forward in doing this in the right way. We found out from the Attorney General that yes, the board can be downsized. That's what the people have said in 2012, and we're going to work forward to put a referendum on the ballot as soon as possible that'll give people the voice to actually speak on this issue, because it can be done, and the Attorney General affirmed that.
My name is Gary Freeman. I've been on the county board quite a while. First of all, I would like to thank the chamber for all of their hard work they do on behalf of all of the Quad Cities. The survey results make it clear as to our direction and the necessity to move forward in creating a basic framework that helps us move to change, to improve the things, the way we do business, the way our county is perceived. We all benefit when we make the right political moves to do this. It's not that this is a political move, but it's just the right thing to do. We have got to stop the gridlock and move forward. It's important we move forward. And I believe we all need to be aligned with the spirit of the resolutions. Certainly I can get behind the spirit of the resolutions as well as the balance of the county board as for the most part rallied behind these ideas and concepts to really make a difference. So at the point in time when we have those resolutions processed and complete, that's when the work begins. And it's going to be a long, hard thing to do. And I look forward to participating in that process. And again, thank you to the chamber.
Thank you very much, Gary, Drew, Tara, and Pryce. Appreciate you taking part this morning, and also for your leadership and your initiative in bringing these resolutions forward. The community is very grateful for your leadership. We particularly applaud you for taking a bipartisan approach to these matters and working together on what are truly tough issues. We are happy this morning to have announced a community partnership between business, our voters, current county board members, and others who are behind these transformative issues. We appreciate your attendance, and any of us would be glad to take your questions individually if you'd like to stick around. Thank you again.